support.
The maestro, please!
Last record rundown of January, and things really haven't picked up that much. This'll be for the week of
January 25th. 2025.
On this day in music, back in 2011, 21, Adele's second studio album would be released and would go on to become one of her most critically acclaimed album. Obviously, the lead single being the legendary Rolling in the Deep. The album would go on to win quite a number of awards at the Billboard Music Awards, at the Brit Awards, and obviously at the Grammys as well. That John Batiste album we talked about got back to #1 and stayed there once all the holiday stuff dropped off. Hopefully that means Volume 2 is going to be just as good.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Similarly speaking, Loewe has topped the charts ever since the holiday drop-off, so hopefully her next album is also just as good.
Singing.
I love rock and roll!
And even on top of that, Noah Kahan is back to the top of the rock charts with 3 Zach Bryans and a Fleetwood Mac. So I guess we're waiting on Noah Kahan's next album as well.
It's bigger than
I mean, for the first month, we've already had 2 new things to talk about, so I guess I can't complain.
Say I'm superficial, some call me a bitch. He just mad 'cause I'm sex innocent.
15 years since its release, we have Heidi Montag's Superficial, the Anniversary Edition, adding a bunch of new tracks as well as some remixes. And apparently out today, there's also Superficial 2, the Heidiwood Edition.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Hopping off a plane to a Mac, 100-time platinum, fuck a plaque. Bulletproof, the tires run flat. Cut throat, I give him one check.
If you really like the album, I recommend checking out the extended edition. Adds 4 additional tracks, one of which is with Future, meaning he's on the album twice in the extended edition.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just real excited for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Life better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern. Floating away.
Even more so now that SZA was announced as a special guest for said Super Bowl halftime show. Interesting one here, originally released back in February of 2023, oddly enough on Valentine's Day, exclusively on vinyl. It was re-released, given for only 3 days, on Taylor Swift's web store. Again, you could get it on a different kind of vinyl. I believe it had blue and yellow marbling as opposed to just the pink you see here, but there were also 3 digital versions, all called Deluxe Edition. Each one had a track from Lover on it that was performed at her Eras tour.
Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve, debí darte más besos y abrazos.
It's Bad Bunny, so it's obviously a lot of reggaeton, but the album is actually based around a lot of the music that he listened to growing up. So there are some other Latin American genres in there as well, like salsa, plena, and jibaro. So not a ton for the month of January, but January is typically slow. But next week we start February, and hopefully that starts to pick things up a little bit.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!